Well, guys, I'm back with Ole Miss versus Kentucky, and I am a little early. Just a little early, I think. It is. Here we go. Oh, 1 second, guys. There you go.
And chemistry. And sometimes it is rocket science. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
So here we are.
6 minutes until Steven Johnson and the Wildcats trying to do something they haven't done since 1984. That is start 7-2 in their first 9 games. Young man's
Wow.
been impressive. He has been impressive. They utilized him a lot last week against Tennessee in the zone read game. He's a little banged up, so I'm interested to see how much they rely on him today to run the football. All right, we were talking about another quarterback on the alternate channel. Will be Austin Allen expected to play today. Chiz, what do you expect to see from this young man against Coastal Carolina?
Well, some people would argue that, hey, in this game, let's save him. I say if he's ready to play, you play this guy. Let's get him back into rhythm. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Let's get some, continuity with the receivers. If he's ready to go, they need to play him today.
That game will be over on the alternate channel. Happening now. We got an update between Georgia and South Carolina. The Bulldogs, brave onside
Oh,
kick to
wow.
start the game, held South Carolina, but we got a fumble inside the red zone.
That's what South Carolina does, right? When you get down inside the red zone, they force fumbles, they force interceptions, they get stops down there. They give up a bunch of yards, but credit those guys for getting their back up when they need to.
Terry Godwin with that fumble. All right, we are a couple of minutes away. Let's start with Arkansas in Coastal Carolina. That game will, of course, be over on the alternate channel. What's
So, yeah,
something
this is
that
gonna be-
Arkansas can do to kind of build upon that great comeback from Ole Miss?
And if you want to know what the alternate channel is, it's SEC Network Plus. And guys, I didn't do it last week because
This is an FCS team that they're playing today, so this is an opportunity to go back to the basics, execute well on offense and defense, and do, like PB said, build on that late finish that you had against Ole Miss, the great comeback in the end, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't come out here and build on it today. Yeah, you can't play down to the level of competition because not only there.
1 second, guys, I'm going to be right back.
They started off the season 1-0, so they lost their last 7 games.
So this game ought to be total domination. It ought to be like a glorified scrimmage. They should have went back, really looked at last week's game, which was a great win against Ole Miss, and said, hey guys, this is where we need to improve. This is what we need to do in the
Here we are, the live stream.
And really let this be
If any of you guys are watching,
come out with energy and passion.
no one yet because the game hasn't started.
Games like this, as a coach, you don't really game plan necessarily for the opponent as much as you do what we want to execute. That's right. It's all about us. Yeah. It's all about us.
Hey.
Beginning of these games.
Kentucky Ole Miss, how's this one going to play out?
Lots of points. I think you'll see a lot of offense here. Both defenses have struggled lately. I think Kentucky wins the football game, but because they're able to run the football consistently against a bad Ole Miss rush defense. Well, again, you just said it. If I'm Ole Miss and I just ran for almost 300 yards last week, which we've been waiting for, I'm going to run some more. Quarterback, Kentucky. Yeah. And hey, quarterback, tailback runs, that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, here we go. They're coming out.
Because Steven Johnson's been beat up.
Yeah.
Again, he's struggled the last couple of weeks throwing the football. Yeah. Get him out of the pocket, boot him, get him on the perimeter and throw the football.
Here we go, guys.
Because one thing we know Ole Miss's defense can do is poor as they are against the run, they can rush the passer, and he cannot take big hits in this game.
Benny Snell needs 188 yards for 2,000 career yards rushing for the Wildcats. Not bad in his young career, and Ole Miss has been given up. These teams first met in 1944. They're playing right now in Lexington. Dave, Neal, Matt Stinchcomb, take it away for Kentucky Ole Miss.
Well, here we are.
It is a nice fall day for some SEC football as Kentucky at 6-2, taking on Ole Miss at 3-5. And boy, last weekend both these teams experienced all that the SEC has to offer in football: the agony and the ecstasy. Now 7 seconds playing this one. This will be from 34 yards out, and it's good. Arkansas will win this. What a comeback!
Have to take a few shots here. 40 seconds left.
Johnson takes it himself. Looking for a first down. He's back in front, and Kentucky survives. Dave Neal back alongside my partner, Matt Stinchcomb, the former All-American at the University of Georgia. Don Davenport will join us in just a moment. And I tell you what a weekend it was. And disappointment for Ole Miss. I think Coach Matt Luke summed it up. He said it was a real gut punch in that loss to Arkansas last weekend. How did these guys get over that?
Well, they've developed a callus by now, I would think, in Ole Miss, because there's been nothing but adversity throughout this season. But more than anything else, internally, they have to convince themselves, we lost this football game. We gave it away. The 3 turnovers really hurt Ole Miss, obviously cost them the ultimate victory in this game. They have to convince themselves we're a better football team than the way we played a week ago. The season starts this week versus Kentucky.
Well, as painful as that was for Ole Miss last weekend, there was certainly some excitement right here in Lexington. It was a game in which, Kentucky had a chance to lose it, but they found a way to win it. They're 6-2. Hey, they're still in this SEC East race here in November. How legit are they at 6-2?
Well, this is a team that's just good enough to find ways to win, and the coaches recognize this as well. They say that, look, we have to go out, we have to play well if we expect to be victorious in the matchups that we face. And when you look at their margin of victory throughout this season and the record that they've accumulated, the statistics bear that out. But this is a team that clearly believes in itself. They don't win pretty, but they win.
Well, for Kentucky, it was a big night, obviously knocking off Tennessee last weekend. And this guy, Stephen Johnson, gutted out a performance. He got hurt on this play, left the game, came back in, would obviously score that winning touchdown. It has been a tough physical couple of weeks for him. For more on his story and how much he'll do today, let's go down to Don Davenport.
Well, Dave, Stephen Johnson spent at least twice a day, every day in the training room this week, getting treatment on that bruised shoulder, a big reason he's going to play today. I talked to him a few minutes ago. He said shoulder feels good, but they have added some extra padding under his shoulder pads. These will go on both sides to help absorb some of those hits that he's been taking. Coaches told us that Stephen's one of the toughest kids they've been around, so they're not going to change or limit what they do offensively today. Guys, coach said Stephen wouldn't even let them if they tried to limit him.
Thanks, Dawn. And reading all the articles this week, talking to guys yesterday in our meetings, the respect they have for him and the way he came out and handled that tough situation last week certainly bodes well for this team moving forward.
Real kicking it off.
Kentucky wins the toss. They defer. Ole Miss will get the football. Austin McGinnis will kick it away to Jalen Jones, who was back to return. Jalen had a 97-yard kickoff return in the opener against South Alabama. He leads the SEC in total return yards. Matter of fact, Ole Miss leads the SEC overall in kickoff return yardage, and this one will be taken about 3 or 4 yards deep and on a knee. And at quarterback for the second consecutive week, Jordan Za'amu, the junior college transfer, looked very impressive last week.
He couldn't have started out any better than he did last week versus Arkansas. Explosive plays. Didn't feel as if the stage was too big for him. This offensive system has afforded Za'amu plenty of reps. They split reps even when Shea Patterson was still healthy. And Za'amu, in his first career start versus Arkansas, played very well. Needs to protect the football. That's obvious. But you can see the yardage that was generated and the threat that Za'amu is as a runner. That's an element that the Kentucky defense is going to have to keep a very close eye on, especially in third down, obvious passing situations.
Ole Miss, of course, got off to a great start last week. Second play from scrimmage, 64-yard touchdown run from their senior tailback, Jordan Wilkins. So here we go from the 25-yard line. Little play fake to Wilkins, and they'll get it to the outside. That pass is caught. DK Metcalf only a yard or 2. And that'll be an interesting matchup today, Stitch. These wide receivers from Ole Miss, certainly great size against the great size on the outside of Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, you think Kentucky, you think Kentucky basketball? This looks almost like a front court, a couple of guys going after rebounds.
They'll end up giving them 3 on that last play, so 2nd and 7. This one is dropped to Marcus Lodge. Take a look at our starting lineups brought to you by Ace. And certainly the receivers will be a big part of this one. But you got to use Jordan Wilkins to make those guys effective.
You know, that's the balance that really Ole Miss lacked early on in the season. When Wilkins went north of 100 yards rushing versus Alabama, Matt Luke and offensive coordinator Phil Longo said, we have to make sure we get our ground game going. And Wilkins is a dangerous runner with excellent vision.
3rd down. Denzel Ware, who just picked up sack number 4.5.
It's a twist game on the left side of the Ole Miss offensive front, and Denzel Ware just keeps working across the face of left guard Javon Patterson. And this is something that Kentucky's going to have to be able to do. Because when you get in obvious passing downs, Kentucky wants to play zone. They have to affect the passer with 4.
End over end kick from Will Gleason. Take a roll inside the 35-yard line, and that is where Kentucky will have it after a 43-yard punt. And here comes Steven Johnson, and boy, he has been a calming force for this offense.
Well, he's been calming, no question, and it's an offense that's been somewhat dampened this year. Not as explosive, but they've been clutch. And Steven Johnson, we've already mentioned his toughness. He finds ways to make those plays in the big moments, even returning after injury. What's one of the first things he does? He pulls on a zone read and takes off running with that bad shoulder. That toughness has seeded and earned respect of his teammates.
Had more rushing yards than passing yards last week against the Volunteers. And here he goes on the first play, and he'll slide down at around the 43-yard line, give him 8. Take a look at this Kentucky offense. And, of course, this is an offense that Benny Snell will be highlighted quite a bit today.
Benny Snell's probably going to be the drum beat, but C.J. Conrad at his tight end position is a point that has to be more emphasized offensively. Eddie Grant said they want to get 87 going.
Hand off, here's Snell coming near side, first down. They'll spot it at the 34-yard line. C.J. Hampton runs out of bounds, 22 yards on the game.
This is a play Kentucky runs very well. It's the counter. C.J. Conrad pulling around, as is the right guard, and do a great job of leading Benny Snell to the edge of the line of scrimmage. And Snell does an excellent job of bouncing his runs. There's nowhere to go inside, bounce, and show that speed to the perimeter.
What great block by Bunchy Stallings to seal the inside and give Benny Snell yet another big run. Benny now closing in on 800 yards this year. Of course, last year set a freshman rushing record for Kentucky running backs. And there you go. C.J. Conrad. First catch in 4+ games for the tight end. That's a gain of 8 as you look at this Ole Miss defense. And they got some guys that can get after you on the outside, but they're going to need some good linebacker play.
And DeMarcus Gates has been kind of that centerpiece defensively for Ole Miss all season long. Very consistent. Last week, a career-high 15 tackles. Incredibly active. They'll line him up at the end of the line of scrimmage, but he also patrols the box from tackle to tackle.
Johnson keeps it, and he is hit, falls on the healthy shoulder, picks up 2. There is Gates to pick up the stop for Ole Miss.
That's the danger of this zone read. You see it a lot. We've already seen a counter play. We've seen a move off of the counter play, moving the pocket early for Steven Johnson. But Eddie Grant, offensive coordinator, Kentucky, said, I'm not going to change anything. We're not going to call this game any differently than we otherwise would. He trusts his quarterback, and he trusts his toughness.
Bowden in motion, and here is Lynn, the true freshman. Look at it just inside the 20. Instead, it's time for us to take a look at today's keys to the game.
Well, you know, it seems as if Kentucky would likely be able to run the football well versus an Ole Miss defense that has to key on stopping that one element. So because of that, Kentucky offensively, they're going to need to hit an early shot. Make this defense respect you a little bit. Right now, early on in the opening possession, marching this football right into the red zone, an opportunity maybe to take a shot here on a second and manageable in the red zone fringe.
Bowden in that Wildcat formation, he completed a pass last week. This time he'll keep it, and he is wrapped up around the 20-yard line. That would be a loss of a yard. Gates getting in there to make the play.
Bowden, a guy that we've mentioned, coming out of high school, a highly touted recruit, played quarterback, a guy that can make plays not only as a receiver, he's ran the football, but also, of course, able to unleash a pass a time or two. And based on how Ole Miss will play the Kentucky offense, because Bowden will line up in the Wildcat spot, and that will determine whether or not we'll see a pass coming from number 1 today.
So 3rd down and 7. Ole Miss pitching the corners. Pass is complete around the 15-yard. Actually incomplete, bobbled and then dropped. They're going to call. Are they going to say completion? They are. Our umpire said like it was incomplete, but they're going to give him the reception.
in a program that's had some storied receivers, Garrett Johnson's one of the best. I mean, it seems as if he's been here in Kentucky for about 7 years. Not only did he bobble that one, but he's a guy that will catch it by any means necessary. Used his knees on that catch.
They're going to take another look at this. Our umpire was standing right on top of that play, and he ruled incomplete. And I guess he got some help from the side judge who said was complete. Look at our umpire right here. If he can stay in the shot, he gets out of there. But
I'll tell you what, I think it's
a catch. Absolutely a catch.
I can't blame the umpire for thinking this is out, because clearly it's not in his hands, but that's because the ball's between his knees. You can't have it both places, right? You see Garrett Johnson here, takes a shot, contested throw, you know you're probably going to take a lick right there. And Johnson does a great job, excellent. I would say concentration, but really just fortuitous that left knee stayed underneath that football, because it's floating around for a moment there, but never touched the ground.
I don't think that'll be a catch. It'll still be 4th down coming up, but 4th down at about 2.5, maybe 3.
Well, this is something that Kentucky doesn't do a lot of. Take that opening possession and going right down and scoring in the first half. They've only done it one other time this year. Get points up on the board early in this one. At this point, maybe they're trying to freeze Austin McGinnis, the officials.
School record holder for career points with 318.
After further review, the ruling of a catch is confirmed. However, the spot was at the 18-yard line. It's still 4th down.
All right, so they'll push him back from where the line was a couple of yards. So now you're looking at 4th down at about 5. And here comes Austin McGinnis. It was 13 of 18 this year, and he is a perfect 8 of 8 inside of 40 yards. This is from 36. He has hit 63 of 81 field goals in his career. And that one is about as perfect as you can get it. Right down the middle for McGinnis, and Kentucky opens up the scoring. They lead Ole Miss 3-0 here in the first quarter. 9:45 to play. He's only done this 64 successful times in his career. I think he knows how to do it. I think he's figured it out.
Is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Ever Us. One diamond for your best friend, one for your true love. For the one woman who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
There are moments in life where the smallest adjustments can make a big difference. Braun beard trimmers have up to 39 length settings, which adjust to the nearest half millimeter, giving you total control of your style. For the moments that matter to you. Braun, designed for what matters.
I was playing golf a couple of days ago.
I love golf.
I used to love golf.
Wait, what happened?
I was having a good round, and then my friend, Sheila, right as I was stepping into the tee box, mentioned a tip a pro gave her.
No.
Yep.
Did it help?
It completely ruined my game.
Yeah, well, the truth is that advice was never meant for you.
I like you.
You want to show me your swing?
It's too soon.
Get advice that's right for you. Investment management services from TD Ameritrade.
Know what goes great with steak and shrimp? More shrimp. And you know what goes great with that shrimp? You guessed it, more shrimp. Steak and unlimited shrimp, starting at $15.99. Only at Outback.
Well, the Cats get a 36-yard field goal from Austin McGinnis to take a 3-0 lead early on in this matchup between two longtime SEC foes. They haven't played since 2011, however. They're getting back together here in Lexington on this Saturday in November. So Austin McGinnis will kick it away. This Kentucky team has played so many close ball games this year and having some success winning them. Wasn't necessarily the case the first couple of years, but they seem to have that something, that it factor here in 2017. Now Ole Miss in their second possession, Jordan Ta'amu. What does he like to do?
Well, he's a guy that's always a threat to take off. So you see a box here, only 5 defenders, and there's an opportunity to block those 2 inside linebackers. You work up on the run, your lead back becomes a blocker, and your quarterback is a running back. And Ta'amu's a guy that can take it the distance, and off of a counter action, it influences linebackers to sink hard inside. Ta'amu does a good job reading the edge, pulling it, and making you pay on the perimeter. He is a lethal weapon with that ball in his hands as a runner.
He will fake it and throw over the middle. This pass is caught by the tight end, Dawson Knox, out of Nashville, Tennessee. The walk-on tight end picks up 26, and they have found themselves a pretty good weapon.
Well, Dawson Knox is a guy they say might have the best hands of all the receivers, and this is a talented wide receiving core, a big target at tight end.
Ta'amu comes near side. This pass is caught by Lodge, but he is hit immediately on the back end by Lonnie Johnson, who, by the way, we did mention this. Getting the start today, it's his first start, the junior college transfer, and he's getting it over Chris Westry, the 6'4" junior, who had started 21 straight and 33 games overall in his career.
Yeah, Mark Stoops was, kind of indifferent about the whole streak being snapped by Chris Westry. Said Lonnie Johnson's earned the start.
There's Wilkins inside the 45. He'll pick up 6.
Jordan Wilkins, we mentioned him earlier. How important he's going to be to Ole Miss offensively. It keeps your defense honest when you can attack the tackle box with your running game. That means you may have to borrow from your secondary to show off your run defense if the Rebels are able to have success on the ground.
Third down. Pass is caught. That'll be real close to the first down. He might be just a tad short. That's 4 or 5 yards to Dawson Knox. He will spot it at the 39.5. He needs to get it inside the 39.
We saw on an earlier third down where Kentucky was able to get home, ran a line stunt. They're not going to blitz much. Matt Luke, former offensive line coach, they do a good job in their protection scheme. The ball comes out quickly. Wasn't quite enough on that reception.
Spot short of the line to gain. They're taking further review.
They're going to take a look at this spot. I'll be honest with you, Dave. When he caught it, I was a little bit surprised that the spot was as shy as it was. It looked to me like once Knox caught it, was able to advance the ball enough to where he would have picked up the first.
Well, Matt Luke was going to go for it regardless.
The ball comes out quickly.
So where that ball is clearly inside the 39-yard line. See where his knee hits, and the ball is in his right. It'd be right at the 39, I would think, right?
Where the ball is as his knee hit, but to me, it looks like it would be further upfield than where it's currently spot. That's for sure. Yeah, to me, if I were to look at it the way you mentioned it, I think it's at least at the 39-yard line.
After further review, the ruling is the runner made the line to gain at the 39-yard line. It's a first down.
Good review by our guys. That'll give Ole Miss a fresh set of downs.
And they got it right, but as you mentioned, Matt Luke, he was already loaded up, ready to go for it on 4th down in plus territory. This is an offense that can be explosive. One of the other things that they do a lot of, those 10-yard gains. Not a lot of offenses would category that as an explosive play, but only Alabama has more of them. So you look at a team right here in Ole Miss where they can turn a play, run or pass, and it's a first down worth of yardage. That means they're able to sustain drives.
So Ole Miss team racked up 566 yards of offense versus Arkansas, but only 51 in the fourth quarter. Turnovers doomed them, stopping drives when they needed them most. 5 of their 7 scoring drives against Arkansas were less than 2 minutes. The Hogs had the ball for over 40 minutes in that contest last Saturday. So first down and 10. Damu, he'll keep it, and that didn't go well. Jordan Jones, boy, what an athlete they have in that young man, the junior out of Youngstown, Ohio.
Jordan Jones is so explosive as a player. They missed 4 games from him with a shoulder injury. Led the conference in tackles a year ago. And he's such an athlete in space. You see him coming down the gap exchange, did a great job.
Boy, Kentucky might have gotten the break there. They looked like they were not lined up. They substituted late. Lodge couldn't catch up to the pass. Lonnie Johnson on that coverage.
There's something that defensive coordinator Matt House has some concern about are the vertical shots that Ole Miss will take. A lot of their routes send their receivers deep downfield. They're going to challenge your secondary. And here on a 3rd and long, Kentucky showing pressure. They don't bring pressure very much in these 3rd down scenarios.
They'll bring a couple extra. Pass is caught to A.J. Brown, and he'll be stopped around the 34-yard line shy of the first down. He'll get 7. Josh Allen will get credit for the tackle for Kentucky.
Almost got home. Effective passer. Did bring pressure that time, as you mentioned, Dave. And A.J. Brown has been taken away a lot by defenses. And you see Ole Miss, this riverboat gambler time. And once again, they're saying, look, we're kind of in no man's land. Let's go for it.
4th down, and let's call it 5. Ole Miss 3 out of 8 on 4th down attempts this year. Damu, he keeps it first down around the 25-yard line. Denzel Ware tripped him up, but a gain of 9.
This is no scramble. This is design, quarterback draw. You see him possess that football for a second, let Wilkins pick up the edge pressure, and then pierce the defense right upfield. You know, we talked to Phil Longo, the offensive coordinator. You see,
that's Ware.
Denzel Ware, a little bit shaken up after that one. But Phil Longo talked about how Tamu, the distinction between the two quarterbacks is he's more decisive in the run game. He's not going to look to scramble around or extend plays. In the QB draw, we said, what's the difference in your offense? And one of the first things that the Ole Miss coaching staff mentions is QB draw game.
It's, to tag on to that point, is they run the RPOs with both guys. There's just the R part isn't really there with Shea Patterson. We'll come back, have more in a moment.
I've got to tell you something important. It's not going to be easy. Quicksilver earns you unlimited 1.5